Welcome everybody to the APTA's Grand Prix Series. We are here at the Western New England, sponsored by the APTA national sponsors, Viking, Fusion, Upswing Health, and My Paddle. And the local sponsors, Goodroot, McKenna and Caban Family Orthodontics, Everest Vodka, and Collins Electric. We are live at the Longmeadow Field Club on the APTA network, presented by Pro Flight Live. I'm Mark Innes, alongside with Lauren Mandel, bringing you the women's round of 16 match between Victoria Cran and Lindsay Herschel. They are taking on Alison Morgan and Charlotte Sikora. Lauren, how you doing?
I'm good, Mark. How are you?
Oh, doing fantastic, thank you.
I'm looking forward to a very competitive match here. We see the players warming up on the far side of the court. In the deuce court is Alison Morgan, and on the ad side is Charlotte Sikora. And on this side of the court, we have. Can you tell who's playing the ad and who's? I can't tell from behind which is which.
It looks like in the deuce side is Victoria Cran, and in the ad side is Lindsay Herschel.
And so Morgan and Sikora are favored to win this match, but Cran and Herschel are good players. They're gonna make it competitive. They were finalists recently at the NRT and the Connecticut Classic, and I think we're in for some fun here, Mark.
And they're from Massachusetts, so they got a little hometown feel, maybe.
Yeah, and Sikora and Morgan are not from around here. Sikora is from Pennsylvania. Morgan is from Chicago. They started playing together last year. They've had some good success together. Last weekend they were finalists. Semi-finalists at the Midwesterns. And they play a good all-court game. As do Cran and Herschel. So there should be some good paddle.
Fantastic, looking forward to it. Alison Morgan is out of the Chicago area, correct?
Correct.
Fantastic.
She's a teaching pro in Chicago, and she's a good person to watch. She plays very good fundamental paddle. She's very quick. She volleys well. She does all kinds of good things off the screens. She drives the ball well. She's really an all-around player.
Fantastic. I have not seen Cran and Herschel play yet, so I'm excited to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, interestingly, in the first tournament of the year at Darien, the Darien Grand Prix, they played the first seeds in the first round, the new team of Hanish and Zubori, and they were really the only team that gave them any sort of a match in that tournament. I think it was 7-5, 6-3, two close sets, and then Hanish and Zubori just plowed through the draw and only lost another, I think, 7 games in the whole tournament. So I don't think they're a team you want to see in the first round.
I love it, and that's, going deep against a good team like Hanish and Zubori can always be great for your confidence. You sort of get a few more games than you thought you would, and all of a sudden confidence goes up. Next time you play a good team, you're not as scared. You play a little more within yourself. So that's got to be good for their confidence.
Yes, I would definitely think so. And these guys play a lot together. They play all the tournaments together, Cran and Herschel, so they're very, very comfortable together. They're very familiar with each other's games, and they know exactly what they can do.
And something new for the viewers out there today, make sure you stick around at the end of the match, because we will be interviewing the winners of each match. Correct, Lauren?
That is correct, Mark.
Oh, yes. We get to we get to pick their brains a little bit about how they were feeling out there.
Yeah, it looks like a nice day for paddle in Massachusetts.
Have you been to this club before, Lauren?
I have. I've enjoyed going there before. I wish we were there this year, but obviously because of COVID, we are watching these matches from home.
It is definitely one of the most festive tournaments out there. They put on a great tournament. People love coming and supporting. It's definitely a great time out at Longmeadow.
I think we're wrapping up the serves. Everyone's hitting some good serves in the warm-up. I hope that bodes well for the match.
What's a shot for you that you generally need a little more time warming up on?
The serve.
The serve, that's your bugaboo?
That is. That is.
I like it.
it's if you're feeling at all nervous or anything, the serve, which you're in complete control of, is the first thing to go. So, before a first match, I'd like to hit a lot of serves and feel ready.
Absolutely, and definitely important for players to remember, you are warming up your serve. You're not out there practicing it. So don't, if you miss one or two, don't fret and get in your head too early. You're just warming up, finding, you know, the little adjustments you didn't make for that day, but you're definitely not practicing your serve when you're out there hitting it before a match. Oh, we're going to see maybe an underhand serve from Sakura.
I like that.
Good morning. We
Have you
like
played
that.
around with that a little bit, Lauren?
No, I have not. That one looks good from Sakura. It hasn't really taken off in the women's game, Mark, the way it has in the men's game, although we are seeing more and more players trying it.
Correct.
And, you know, I watched a match, or I was commentating a match in Cincinnati where, gosh, I wish I could remember who was playing against Morgan, and Morgan likes to hit the ball. She likes to return the ball down. She likes to take it high and return down. And the underhand serve worked well against her because she couldn't hit down on the ball. You really saw its purpose in action.
Oh, it really neutralizes that players that take that ball high and really pound it down to your feet. It's such a effective way to do things, especially when it's cold out. Any idea what the weather is at Longmeadow today?
No, but I'm guessing cold.
There we go. Players are getting ready. Lauren, when you win the toss, do you generally like to receive or serve first for yourself?
Receive. Receive.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. I think most people do, don't you? I think the return is such a big shot in the game these days that I think most people like to return.
Yeah, I would think so. Put a little bit of pressure on the server to have to make a couple good serves, especially when they're first few shots out. They might be a little bit stiff, not quite in the zone yet.
Okay, it looks like Morgan and Sakura are going to serve. Looks like Sakura's going to serve. We'll see if she breaks out that underhand serve in the first game.
I know. And did you generally serve first, or did you let your partner serve first when it was your turn to serve?
It depended it depended at the time who my partner was. So I prefer to let my partner serve first, but it didn't always work out that way.
Absolutely.
Okay, it looks like our scorekeeper is standing by, ready. We're going to have a scorekeeper who's not going to be an umpire, but we'll call the score.
That's handy.
Yes. And here we go.
Doing their final adjustments. And we're about to get underway. A little last-minute strategy talk.
Yeah.
The fist bump. Here we go.
I think maybe the score. Okay.
Sakura up to serve. She brings it out.
Good morning and welcome to the round of 16 at the Longmeadow Field Club for the Grand Prix. To my right, I have Roxy Anika in the red hat and Martina Andrakova. And to my left, I have Carrie Cochran and Sherry Ramsey in the
Great volley.
Whoop.
15 love.
Allison Morgan is going to be very solid up there. If you're going to blitz, you better make it on a good shot. There's the underhand serve. Didn't work there.
15.
That's a great first point, though. We can see we're in for some good paddle today.
30.
There's another,
15.
just like you said, Morgan tough on the volleys. If you're going to go at her, you're going to really have to hit that ball hard, otherwise she'll make you pay. Those are two tough volleys right off the bat.
40, 15.
Good deep volleys.
Herschel's going to have to be careful creeping in there.
There she
There's
goes.
nice, but she's playing smart.
Yep.
She's not rushing it in. I like that. Just putting a little pressure.
So far, Morgan Sikora doing a good job of not letting Cran hit any big forehands back there.
Yeah, seems like she's got offense on both her forehand and her backhand. Playing some very steady paddle so far. I like this early on there. Showing they're ready to be out there all day.
Oh, that's a toughie. Ooh, good
Oh,
get out of
great
the
get.
snowboard.
Another great dig.
Huh?
Wow,
Wow.
great point.
Good job by Cran there.
40,
She made
30.
something out of that tough dig there, and Morgan wasn't really ready for it.
Some tough gets. And those are some points Cran and Herschel want to win early on so they can really, you know, frustrate Morgan and Sikora. Oh! 3 volley winners
Game.
for Morgan in the first game.
Morgan,
Wow, incredible
Sikora,
hands.
They leave 1 game to
That was
love.
a good first game, Mark. That was fun.
That was good. I'm excited to see over here. It seems like Cran's going to be more of that heavy ground strokes, and we're going to see Herschel trying to pick off some volleys.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
But they're going to have to really be careful about which shots Herschel decides to go in on, because as we just saw, 3 volley winners for Morgan early on.
Yeah, I mean, both Morgan and Sikora are very solid volleyers, so Cran and Herschel are going to have to pick and choose wisely.
Absolutely. And there's even a difference between a solid volley and someone who hurts you with it, right? Morgan actually hit 3 winners there.
Yeah, yeah.
That is tough.
Okay, Cran serving.
Love.
Oh,
There's a big forehand.
nice loose swing early on.
Sikora's got big shots off her forehand and her backhand. She can really drive both well. There you see another one.
Great drive. Testing their volleys
15.
early on.
Oh,
Some good body language there by Sikora. Her and Morgan both on their toes, ready to go.
$30, 15.
Solid serve there.
Yeah, she's got a very good serve.
I do like it.
Oh, there's a sneak.
Oh,
Good
tough volley. That was a
That was a
hard
tough one.
overhead.
Yeah.
$40, 15.
She wasn't really in position for that shot. I think she just should have put up a lob there, but
Yep, little rushed. That was a very tough volley in transition. I can't believe she made that. I was definitely getting ready to say that's one she should leave.
Yeah. There we go. We
40,
jinxed her serve.
30.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
40, 40.
Great tip for players at home can be if you're missing that serve in the net, keeping that left arm up or your left shoulder up longer can keep you from dumping over into the net there.
Again, right, she showed you she wasn't really, Sakura really wasn't in position to drive that backhand. She needed another couple steps.
Loosen it up, absolutely.
Okay, good hold.
Game.
Good hold. Way to bring it back after
Grant
those.
and Herschel, games are 1 apiece.
After 2 faults, that's way to stay solid.
That's really the thing, right? Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
When you're the preferred team to win a match, do you feel like you can be a little more loose?
I think she was just, I mean, that's sort of how she plays, right? She hits a lot of big shots, and sometimes she makes a few mistakes. I don't think she was going for any more than she would in any other match. Alison Morgan calls every ball. She doesn't want any confusion.
Love that.
15 all.
Oh.
30, 15.
Good lob, pulling Sakura all the way over.
Really good positioning.
40, 15.
Was that good?
Roller. Yeah, I mean, that was a good, I mean, Alison Morgan doesn't have that big roller, but she hit it very, very deep and hard, and once Cran went back for it, she had no chance of catching up to it. Big forehand return.
Oh, good coverage. Sakura feeling active.
But, you know, smart to leave those and let her partner get them when she didn't have a good play on them that
Super
time.
smart.
Game.
And then she
Yeah.
follows it up.
Morgan
I love it.
and Sakura, they lead 2 games to 1.
Wow, we have 3 holds in a row, which I feel like doesn't happen all that often.
Doesn't happen all that often. And we saw there when Sakura was blitzing, as we say, when she was running up to the net, her partner Morgan stayed back to cover her. That way she could leave the ball if she didn't have a good play on it. And then Morgan just covered for her, lobbed it up, and allowed Sakura to come back. That was super play. Love seeing that kind of activity.
If you have a partner who's quick and anticipates well, it's much easier to come in because you know you don't have to take shots that you don't really have a good play on.
Yes. You really have to be conscious of who you're playing with when you try these kinds of moves. Otherwise, you can stare at your partner in disbelief when they don't get it, but it might be your fault. have to really use your and your partner's strength to complement one another. Herschel seems to have very good volleys. Those couple times she was probing and they volleyed at her, she just hit that, you know, mid-court volley as a lob and strolled back. That's
Yeah.
That's not an easy shot. That's awesome skills.
Yeah, these guys all are volleying well. They're all doing everything well. It's a good match. Let's see if Herschel can make it 4 holds in a row.
Perfect start. Shout out to Kate O'Brien and the crew in Darien, Connecticut. Just getting a text that they're watching nice and early this morning, so good to see people tuning in to see this great match.
Yeah, we have a whole day of paddle for you, and we're starting with a good one.
Oh, when I saw this weekend's lineups, Lauren, there are just matches all weekend. It's incredible today and tomorrow.
Yeah, no easy matches. I like that lob. She was going over the left shoulder.
15
She just hit it a
love.
little wide.
$30 love.
Tough volley.
Yeah, she gets right in front of the ball and blocks it. Excellent positioning and good form on that volley by Herschel. Yeah, that hard
30,
down up
15.
overhead got Herschel in trouble there. Morgan just used the pace and hit a better lob.
And Morgan did a great job making it look like she was going to put it at the feet, bringing Cran in there, and then she just caught her out with that lob. Very great, very good disguise.
Ooh,
There we go.
yeah.
Testing her movement earlier. I think caught the seam a little bit.
40-15.
Cran and Herschel are not shying away. They're coming out strong, playing smart, but going for their shots. I love it.
40-30. Game, Cran and Herschel.
4 holes.
Games are tied 2 apiece.
I love it. I can't remember the last time I saw 4 holds in a row.
That was great.
Yeah, let's see if it. This match, I mean, is very even. If Mark Fischel were making me pick a winner right now, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, definitely not yet.
15 love.
Oop.
30 love.
That's a great play. I think we're going to see a lot of that today. They're going to be trying to really make Cran move with that big roller to the deuce court. It's a smart play.
Cran is hesitating just 1 second. You have to both
30,
stay out of
15.
the way of getting hit of the ball and run forward immediately. You have no chance of catching up to it.
That's the beauty of the shot when executed well. Oh.
good
Another great dig.
40.
Wow,
series of shots by
15.
Sakura. Very, very smart.
she has great variety on the overheads as well.
Forty, 30.
I don't mind that move though, Lauren. She's been winning some points with it. I think she was going to make them pay a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. That's always such a tricky volley, that kind of cross court. It looks like there's a lot more room there than there is.
She definitely did cut it sharp.
Yeah.
Great lobs.
Here goes up.
40.
Nice
Oh.
move.
You think that's why Sakura missed the volley? She saw Herschel out of the corner of her eye?
It's got to make a difference. Either way, it was going to be a tough volley, but it's so smart by Herschel, just probing. She's not racing in. She's just,
Yeah.
whenever she sees space at the net, she's just probing. And she has the skill set to do that. We saw her tough volleys out of mid-court. Oh,
Add in.
good change of the pace there by Sakura. Oh.
She
Great
hit that
play.
perfectly there.
Deuce.
There is not a lot of margin for error on that down the line overhead there into the
There was
corner,
not.
but Cran made it look
executed.
easy. She did.
A great move by Herschel. Just probing all the time.
Add out.
I think this is the first break point.
We got a break point.
Up, and there it is.
Our
Game.
first break of the
Cran
match.
and Herschel. They lead 3 games to 2.
Lauren, that is one thing with that underarm or sidearm serve. When there's pressure, it is not easy. You know, the overhand one, you feel like you can just confidently hit it down into the box more than often. But if there's a little bit of pressure on that underhand one, it's tricky.
Yeah, like most things, it's not as easy as it looks.
No, definitely not. I can see on the court next to there, it looks like we have a pickup team for this tournament in Macy Elliott and Anna Brazova.
What a fun team that's going to be to watch.
Oh, I love these little pickup teams that end up happening just by default. It's awesome when different top players get to play together. Let's see how Morgan and Sakura will respond to the break. Oh, that's ridiculous.
I mean, those volleys are so hard when you're running in as someone's hitting an overhead at you, and Sakura is making it look very easy. big forehand.
Love
from Sakura.
15.
Yep. Testing her volleys. That's not an easy one. Cran and Herschel do a very good job of minimizing movement. You can see wherever they are in the court, they're pretty balanced and still. They're not, you know, there's not a lot of crazy jumping around. I think it's a great visual for a lot of people at home.
And that's why they volley well. They're still, they get ready with their backhands.
15 all.
I think we had a little lead court there. Heavy ball.
And you
Nice.
see Morgan, she's so good at just moving right up to that. That doesn't phase her, those rollers.
Yep, paddle dropped low early. She just moved with the ball.
30-15.
There's the backhand. That's
30
Sakura
all.
likes. That one she was in position for, and she made the other team pay.
I like what Cran and Herschel were doing a little bit earlier on in this game, where they were going at Morgan, or if anything that didn't seem like they were really confident on the overhead, and then going back to Sakura when they were really in control. I'd like to see more of that.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Got away with that one.
Yep. Thinking the same thing. She had to hit a tough low volley from the service line.
Oh.
40-30.
It was a good idea.
Was a good idea. The lobs was awesome.
Yeah.
Morgan's lobs really have been great. Nothing has been short. She's putting them consistently past the service line, and then she's making them play tough low volleys with a little bit
Right,
softer
and you-
shots, but tough.
And you can't tell when she's going to lob or use that same stroke to hit the ball down at their feet. Like you said, she's not driving it hard, but she's placing it very well. And you can't tell whether she's going to drive it or lob it.
Yup, great disguise. Oh, she read. Oh,
Got
she
her.
got with the
Game.
next one.
Cran and
Very
Herschel.
apologetic.
They-
Game. They really they consolidated that break, and now they're in the driver's seat.
We have a score.
Love 15.
Yep, Morgan acknowledging that was a good return.
Oh, little risky
15
there.
all.
We
That
saw
roller.
Cran
Yeah.
blocking that roller. That can be a great adjustment if you feel like you can't chase it down, right?
Yes, I was thinking the same thing, except it's not easy to control that. She did a good job
Oh.
there. If she can control it, I mean, go for it. But it's not easy when the ball's coming so hard to keep it back in the court. But like you said, if she can't catch up with it, she might as well try to block it.
Another heavy
15,
forehand.
30.
Great spot as well.
Nice drive, good volley.
Playing to her strengths, really
Smart.
smart.
Smart. She hit that first roller hard and the second one easy, soft, so it would stay low. But well handled by Cran.
Ah!
30
She
all.
missed it, but what
On
a
it.
great move.
That was fantastic. Good adjustment, choosing to play I formation, mix up their rhythm a little bit.
40, 30.
Cran had hit 2 heavy forehand returns for a winner, and they changed it up on theirs. Smart play. What a shot. Awesome point there.
40 all.
They're going with the I formation again.
It's a good adjustment. I mean, Morgan's really gotten burned more than great shot. More
Add
than a couple
in.
times by the Cran return. You got to adjust.
Absolutely, so smart. If you can't just keep running in and expecting the same results.
Okay, that was
Game.
I would say a very
Morgan
important
and
hole by
Sakura.
Morgan.
The game score is 4-3.
And then just missed the volley. She had a winner if it went in. There was no way that Sakura was catching up to that one.
Lauren, we have another score update. Delmonico and Gabia have moved on to the next round. They beat Kladstrup and Leonard 6-2, 6-love.
Okay.
And in that first match, it got cut off, but Anika and Andrakova are 6-love, 2-love up against Cochran and Ramsey.
Okay, so the higher ranked teams are moving through.
Seems that way.
The winner of this match will play the winner of the Anika and Andrakova match.
Morgan reading it so early.
Ooh. We all thought that was going in the net.
15.
Little willpower takes the lead court over.
Morgan really, she does such a good job of getting that lob over the left shoulder. So Herschel has to move to her left to hit it. Then she comes back and hits the next one down the middle.
And you can see her just small paddle movement. She can move the ball all over the court without without showing where she's going at all. Really tough.
It's such a contrast to her partner, who you see taking these big swings and whacking the ball, and that's what makes them a good team. Is they can do everything.
Absolutely, you need those combinations. Sakura is moving so well.
15 all.
Cran and Herschel's volleys are just rock solid.
And they had to hit a lot of good volleys in that point. Sakura hit a bunch of good drives.
But you can see, as you were saying, they're just still and balanced, paddles up, and they're just absorbing the pace. Their volleys are really impressive. Even Cran and Herschel, you can see the contrast in their games. We have Cran with the heavier ground strokes and Herschel looking to pick off some more of the volleys. So you really want to try find a partner that your styles complement one another.
Right.
15 all. $30-15.
Some good calling there.
Wow, that stayed in, huh?
Did.
30
I thought
all.
that volley was going long, but anyway, 30 all.
Big point here.
This match is so close that I feel like all the points are big.
It really is.
Yeah, see, that's the overhead that
30,
doesn't want to
40.
hit. That she gets pulled back and she hits that down up overhead, and Sakura just pounces on it, making for a very tough next volley.
Yep, those are the ones I'd love to see go to Morgan. Make her hurt you rather. Oh. Oh.
40 all.
A lot of
Tremendous.
action there.
Those are well
Add
placed.
out.
Most definitely, she placed that perfectly. She moved it around a little bit. And that's a great thing to try get into the habit on doing on returns, is not trying to hit just harder if they're making the volleys. Can you move it slightly? That was great by Morgan. Really good lobs.
Game. Morgan and Sakura. The game score is 4-all.
All tied up.
All tied up. What's impressed me in these last two games is how Morgan's ability to just either block lob or block it at your feet with just that same setup, and she's doing such a good job of making Cran and Herschel move forward and back. I think that's really hurting them.
Yeah, that's what she does. She doesn't. You can't get complacent against her because she's gonna move you around.
15 love. $15-all.
Great lob.
30-15.
That's the risk of going forwards. You know, sometimes it's their game style, so they're going to do it, but you have to sort of play it out. If it's not going your way, you have to wait a little bit longer and really wait for that heavy drive to go in on.
Yep.
Or a low ball.
Morgan might have saved her there.
Generous.
Yeah.
That was ambitious from that angle.
30-all.
She makes that a lot, but when she misses it big.
That's a big point, actually.
Right in the corner there. Good shot.
40-30.
Point. Game point to go up 5-4.
That time she got over
40-all.
the big forehand. Morgan just wasn't quite in enough to handle that volley.
Yep, was a great lob. We saw Cran put that dipper at Morgan's feet, and Herschel was just lurking, putting a little bit of pressure. They got the point. Good play.
Add out.
A very unusual overhead error from Morgan. She just tried to cut it a little close there.
Yeah,
Didn't-
uncharacteristic for sure.
Caught
Oh.
the seam.
Deuce.
This is a big game. My word. Great volley. Oh,
Add out.
Good combination. The big forehand from Cran, and Morgan had a volley up, and Herschel was there.
and Cran can really move that drive around well.
Deuce.
Back to deuce. We are battling it out right here.
Whoa, that was quite a chicken wing volley that she made. Jeez.
Can they stay in it?
Looking for the dropper.
And out.
You could see,
Good call for the blitz there by Morgan. Letting her partner know. She's just lurking.
every time the lob goes deep, she's looking to come in, Herschel.
Yeah, just 1-2 steps.
Yep.
Waiting for the right one. I love it. Great disguise.
I look like an Allison Morgan.
Deuce.
Shot. Yeah.
Back to deuce. And we have a score update. Brazova and Elliott lost the first set to Alexandre and Hall 6-3, and they are 2-1 down in the second.
Alexandre and Hall are good. They're the team that Cran and Herschel lost to in the final of the Connecticut Classic.
It's a Massachusetts team as well.
No, they're Rupali Hall is from Connecticut, and Alexandra is from New Jersey.
Nice.
Good.
And
Super
out.
lob.
How long is this game going on for, do you think, Mark?
Oh, it's going back and forth, Lauren. No one
Yeah,
wants to
there's-
give this one up.
There are some sets that are quicker than this.
That's why this is the showcase match. Another great lob.
Good?
Game.
Yeah.
It was
Cran
wide.
and Herschel, they lead 5-4.
Wow, what a battle for that game.
I mean, well played by all four players. They're high pressure points, and they were mostly won on good shots. Very few mistakes. Very few mistakes in this match on the whole.
Absolutely. And I always try to remember certain points that certain things were done, because I do them a lot. But we remember at 30-15 up, Sakura went for that cutter, which for sure was not the right time. And those things can make a difference. That's, I think, such a big part about learning to play a match and playing well is, you feel like you can be free and take these sort of shots when you're up. But all of a sudden now it's 30 all, then it's deuce, and now you're 5-4 down where you could have been 5-4 up. It's, it's tough to put yourself.
That cutter is a win-lose proposition. There's no, if she hits it well, it's going to be a winner. But if she misses it, it's going to be the end of the point. And this match is too close to play shots like that.
Yep. Especially at that score.
Love 15.
Taking their time. Wow.
15 all.
Serve comes in fast, that Cran serve. She's really hitting it.
She put some juice behind that for sure. On both sides.
$30, 15.
A couple quick points, unlike in the last game where all the points were long. Couple quick points, and now Cran and Herschel find themselves in a very good position to win this set.
The driver's seat.
Oop.
40, 15.
You can do that. You have a second chance in paddle. Let them miss it the first time and then try again when it comes off the screen.
Absolutely. 2 set points for Cran and Herschel.
$40, 30.
Good confident swing there by Morgan.
There it is.
Game to Cran and Herschel. They win the first set 6-4.
There it is.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Well, that was a well-earned, well-played first set.
There's a 2-minute break between sets for commercials and whatever, so I got you on the timer.
They didn't letting the players know they have 2 minutes. Wow, great first set, Lauren.
That first set was really, it's not easy to come out in the first round of a tournament and play such a complete first set, but Cran and Herschel and did it a little better than Morgan and Sakura. Viking has an unrivaled paddle line depth. 3 paddle families, each family featuring 3 models, the Pro, the Light, and the Prodigy. 9 adult paddles with different weights, core densities, and overall hitting surfaces to address all levels of play. Vibrant gradients and a bold modern color palette lead the way for the upcoming season. All paddles are hand-painted, giving each its own unique look. No gimmicks, just the best striking paddles in the game. The official paddles of the APTA.
Okay, that's 2 minutes.
Okay, well, we're just about to start the second set.
All right, welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We are showing the women's round of 16 match between Victoria Cran and Lindsay Herschel, and they are taking on Alison Morgan and Charlotte Sikora. Cran and Herschel won the first set 6-4. Awesome set, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm still really thinking about it. I mean, what do you think that Morgan and Sikora need to do here to change the result for the second set?
I think it's those few big points that they have to just play a little bit longer on. In that last set, we actually saw Sikora lob the one return when it was a big point just to get into it. So I think they have to play a couple longer points. But then also just trust in the game. You know, there was 1 or 2 points here or there that lost in that set. So they need to trust their offense, trust their game, and stick with it.
Yeah, very little separating these teams. But you see another big drive from Cran. These guys are the lower ranked team, Cran and Herschel, but they're not going anywhere. They're playing like they belong here.
They're playing great. Would love to see them make Cran move a little bit more. Those big rollers seem to be a very
15 all
effective play for them. You know, even if she's going to block them, it's going to be such a tough shot to have to do. So if they get that shorter lob, that's the play I would love to see them really execute.
$30, 15.
Mm.
30 all.
Tough play. We saw Sikora choosing to stay back there rather off the good lob instead of racing back in and trying to make the tough volley. I think that's a good choice.
Back to the I formation.
$40, 30.
Good pace and good spin on that overhead. It was a tough get for Cran. Okay, game point for Morgan and Sikora.
That's it. She knew right away.
40 all.
But there you go, Mark. I mean, we'll see if Morgan Sikora pull this game out, but that's another big point on game point to try that.
It is. And those are the ones you can just wait for that heavy roller. They're so good at it. They have multiple overheads they can pick to attack with.
I really like that eye. I mean, it's
Add
totally
in.
neutralizing Cran's big return. I mean, Sikora's just on top of the net there, and doesn't matter how hard that Cran hits it. She's all over it.
Yep, it's great adjustment. And you can just never really blitz when it's an I formation, so smart.
game. Morgan and Sakura, they lead 1-0, second set.
So important that they get off to a good start here for Morgan and Sakura, just mentally. That's a good game for them to win, to stay the course.
Yeah, I thought that was a big game too. I mean, they probably felt a little let down after losing that first set, and it was important to come out strong here, and they did.
We have a score update. Anika and Andrakova are moving on with a 6-love victory over Cochrane and Ramsey.
And they will be awaiting the winner of this match, so they're going to have a while to wait. What do you think, Mark? Did you like having time in between matches, or do you like to just get right back out there? It's hard to cool down and then warm up again.
I like a bit of time. If it if it starts getting into the hours, then I do not like it. But a good 45 minutes is perfect. I still feel loose enough and ready to go. But once it creeps into the hours, then I lose a little bit. How about yourself?
Yeah, I agree. I like a little bit of time, but not enough, so I feel like I haven't played yet.
Yep.
Love.
Smart. Cran is doing a better job of just hitting those overheads deep, not hitting down on them and giving Sakura Morgan something to hurt her with.
Yes.
Very, very well constructed point from Morgan and Sakura.
Yep, and that's how they're gonna have to play. They have all the shots to play quicker, but Cran and Herschel really are playing some solid paddle. So they're gonna have to stay the course and just build the points a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. If Morgan and Sakura want to move on here, they're going to have to earn it.
(30-15).
We have an upset alert, Lauren. Elliott and Brazova have lost 6-3, 6-3 to Alexandre and Hall.
(30-all).
I mean, look, that's a good result for Alexandra and Hall, but they've been practicing and playing together this year, and like you said, Brazova and Elliott were a pickup team, so not a huge surprise.
40,
but good
30.
for Alexandra and Hall because, Elliott and Brazova have some national titles between them.
Absolutely.
(40-all).
Oh, she
Great
got her.
overhead.
Add in.
That is not easy to peg Allison Morgan. She's very adept at getting out of the way of those things, but she got her.
Wiley.
Yes.
Deuce.
Another game point slips.
Yeah, a couple missed serves here from Cran.
There we go. We see her shaking it out. Wow.
Add out.
I mean, Cran did a good job there. She made the volleys and tried to get it away from Morgan, but Morgan was too quick, climbed all over it. Oh, another Lacourt missed serve. What a bummer for
Morgan,
Cran. 2 on game points.
They lead 2 games to love.
Tough game to lose. They did everything right. They just couldn't execute those serves on game point there for Cran and Herschel. Just for Morgan to go back and see it again.
15 love.
Sure, I trust you, but I think so. Okay. I was like, I'm looking at the sun. I see nothing. I was like, I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah.
15 all.
A little questioning on the call there, but they play it as out.
15-30.
Wow. Oh, great
30
point.
all. 30 all.
This is all good news for Morgan Sakura, who, if they get up 3-love here.
Yeah, they did such a good job of just slowing it down a little bit.
Forty, 30.
You see those two first games of this set that were so close that both went against Cran and Herschel. It takes a lot out of you.
It does. And they're not getting as many errors now. They're starting to force it a little bit.
Yes, and Sakura and Morgan have cleaned up their games, and it's just a few points, like you said. And the first set, they went Cran and Herschel's way, and this set, they've gone Morgan Sakura's way, and it makes a big difference. Great volley.
40.
There we go.
All.
Great get. Nice hustle.
Cran's excited about that one. That's awesome. And that can be a big momentum point, those just hustle plays.
Yeah.
You hustle, something goes your way. Now maybe something goes right here.
Add in.
See, that was the eye, right? I mean, Cran, who's been rock solid on her return, tried to make a perfect return down the line. She didn't make it.
Yeah, they've done a great job of mixing it up, have Sakura and Morgan. That's a smart play.
Game. Morgan.
And that's the one you were
Sakura,
saying that
they
you
lead
wanted to
3
see more of,
games to
Mark.
love.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the offensive overhead that works best against Cran and Herschel. So there's no real need, even though, you know, the cutter and all that feels great. That's a great overhead against other players, but against Cran and Herschel right now, that hard roller to the deuce court can be so effective because either Cran's going to try and block it, which is a tough shot. She'll make some, and if she lets it go, then you probably have the advantage there. So that's the ball they should really be waiting for when they get a short overhead.
Yeah, and that's really the key, right? I mean, that's the best overhead for this match. And the next match, it may be like a low cutter into the screen. I mean, you have to really assess who you're playing and what's working.
100%. You have your skill set, and if you can understand it and then adjust it to which opponents you're playing against, that's the real art of learning to play matches. All right, Herschel to serve. Love 3.
$15 love.
Great control play there by Sakura.
$30 love.
Good job by Cran and Herschel, just getting right back in this.
Oh,
It's working Cran in that corner there.
yeah, they should just be setting it up, waiting for that short ball where they can get that heavy roller. Great patience.
30-15.
Oh. You could just hear that
30
ball off the
all.
paddle there. Sakura crushing a backhand.
And she can crush it.
Oh,
Perfect spot right in between her opponents. They
beautifully
couldn't get
executed.
back for it. Yeah.
Just like put it right on her saddle. I was like,
30-40.
Great sportsmanship out here from all four players. They're all very complimentary of each other and enjoying a good match.
Absolutely.
40 all.
Great pressure there by
Add
Sakura.
out.
Awesome return by Morgan right at the toes. That was going to be a tough volley. There was such a small margin to make.
Deuce.
New plan.
Mm.
Add
I like
out.
them thinking though.
Yeah. Yep. Good idea.
Gotta be thinking.
There's the one.
That's the one.
It's so scary seeing it
Game.
from behind.
Morgan and Sakura, they lead 4 games to love.
To get out of the way.
It's such a good shot because you can, you know, if someone's onto it and they can disguise it well, you can hit it a bit softer. It's really something that can be a big weapon for players. And Cran just taking it like a champ. You see her laughing it off.
Yep.
Everyone knows it's nothing's personal. Yeah, that's the game. Sometimes you're gonna get hit. That's how it is.
Yeah. That's the
Shake it
shot.
off.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, it got Morgan and Sakura a 4-love lead.
15 love.
And unlike the first set where things were pretty even, everything this set is going Morgan and Sakura's way. All the big points.
Yep, and nothing majorly strategic. Yeah, just execution,
yeah.
right?
Totally. It's just like you said, it was just a few points here and there, and same thing on this set. They're still all playing well, but the big points
15 all.
are pretty one-sided.
Yes. Oh. Wow. Great cross there
30-15.
by Morgan. Morgan and Sakura paddles up, absorbing the pace.
All.
Left cord. Ball went right above Sakura's paddle.
Nothing you can do there.
Nope.
Tough volley.
40-30.
The switch at the net.
Game, Morgan and Sakura, they lead 5 games to love.
Okay, well, although there have certainly been many sets where where the player's down 5.
Absolutely. I think it was a lot of just execution errors in this set. So, you know, they can try sharpen up here, but they're probably looking forward to that third and final set to come out hot over there. Their body language doesn't tell me that they're going to be trying to grind this one back too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which often can also be a good play. It's not everyone's strategy, but you have to play to your skill set, what you think's going to work for your team. Wow. Morgan and Sakura are very comfortable changing strategies. Even there, they did a couple
15.
points where they change at the baseline and put Sakura in the deuce court because Cran and Herschel had been hitting a lot more overheads over that way. They're very comfortable just playing different strategies. That's the mark of a great team. Oof.
Oh, great
Great
lob right in the
lob.
back there. Good get by Cran. Oh, so smart.
Oh, good
She
effort.
almost got it. Almost
Love
got it.
30.
Little friendly banter. 5 love can be a good time to also try something that you might be too scared to try, you know, at the beginning of the next set. This could be your little experimentation time to find a spark somewhere.
Yeah, well, I bet if Sakura gets a chance to hit that cutter drop shot, she'll take it.
Oh,
Love 40.
that seems to be like a great formation for them against Herschel and Cran, is the Sakura and the deuce court. They've been switching there the last few points and it's been pretty explosive. Oh!
Game, Morgan and Sakura, they win the second set 6 We're good.
All right, welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We are at Western New England and we are showing the women's round of 16 match between Victoria Cran, Lindsay Herschel, and they are taking on Alison Morgan and Charlotte Sikora. They have just split sets. Cran and Herschel had won the first set 6-4, to which Morgan and Sikora responded with a 6-love set. And now we're going to the third.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Love.
Mark, that first set was so exciting, and part of the reason it was so exciting because it was so close, and there was really very little separating the two teams, and really the same thing in the second set. It was just that there were all the big points really went the Morgan Sikora way. They played them well. I'm hoping we get more of that intensity that we had in the first set.
Oh, you and I both, Lauren. And I think it's just what you said. Those big points went one way in the second set, and that's, you know, once someone gets 3 or 4 love up,
yeah,
especially against a good team, it's tough to come back. So if we can see those first couple games stay close and the big points sort of be executed by whichever team is swinging, I think we'll see the same intensity. Good return there by Herschel. Serving at the moment, we have Charlotte Sikora.
Another let cord. Been a lot of let cords in this match.
40.
A lot of let cords.
All.
That's a tough miss.
The first game of the third set is important for everyone, but I especially think it's important for Cran and Herschel, who kind of got steamrolled in the end there in that second set.
Yep, losing 6 games in a row, you definitely want to come out here with the early game or early lead. It's been one of Herschel's staple plays, the lob to blitz. Wow.
Add in.
There.
Well, we can't see Cran in this shot, but she did a good job, obviously, getting that roller back.
We saw the result. Choosing to block that one. Oh!
Great pickup. Wow.
Tough volley.
Game, Morgan and Sakura.
Countering the blitz in that point.
Yes, great move by Sakura. She saw the softer drive coming at the feet. She closed the net. She made them pay. Tough game to lose there for Cran and Herschel. They had a break point. They let it go a little bit sloppily. So this will be a big test over here if they can hold serve. I think
Yeah,
as the match gets
Go ahead, Mark.
as that match gets longer, it definitely only favors Sakura and Morgan. You can see them bouncing around.
You see
Body
they have a
language
pep
is
in their
good.
step.
Oh,
yeah.
they're
And in the second set, this is exactly what happened. The first two games were so close, and Cran and Herschel had opportunities in both, and both games, Sakura and Morgan won, and it took the wind out of their sails.
Yep.
Love 15.
Good
15
serve.
all.
Definitely one of Cran's strengths is those serves.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome lob. A little bit of pressure there from Sakura.
15-30.
Cran misses it wide.
Yeah, she was almost at the baseline hitting that overhead. She had nowhere to put it.
Yep, that can often be just a better time to let it bounce, give up the net, play from the baseline.
$15.40.
I thought it nicked your paddle and went up. No, I didn't. Our volley was pretty good. Great volley. Replay. Nice serve.
Yeah, it was a great ball. I thought the same
lot of
thing.
friendliness. Yeah.
I was like, I'm happy to replay. I stopped.
I did not. I swear to not touch it. But
I know.
That was really good spin.
Let's replay it. Let's replay. Let's just replay. Thanks, guys.
All right, they're gonna replay.
Okay, here we go. We're all ready.
Game, Morgan and Sakura. They lead 2-0.
Something that Morgan's done a little differently on the Cran serve is she's slid over to her left and she's now taking all those balls off the screen on her forehand. When the match started, it was on her back and it was running away from her a little bit. But now you're really seeing her make Cran pay for those harder serves into the screen.
Yeah, you saw that Herschel just flinched a little bit there. Couldn't come up with a volley.
Love 15.
Come on.
I want to see them get a little angrier. Yeah, there's too much laughing. I need a little anger out there.
This third time's the charm.
Well, this is better than the other times. If you have won the last 8 games, I'm okay with it in theory.
But still wasn't a winner.
No, I know.
Love
Definitely
30.
a better time than the others, but still probably not a good thing.
Good, that was good. Take a redo. I thought it hit the back of the line. Redo.
I actually thought the serve was out, but
A lot of back and forth,
yeah.
all in a very friendly way. Switching at net, puts Sakura's more attacking overhead on the left side.
Yeah, 15-30.
Yeah, exactly. Mimi. Come back. Oh, I missed it.
30 all.
This is going to be a tough game to lose for Cran and Herschel and still come back. This really feels like it's a do or die right here.
I was thinking the same thing. This is the nail in the coffin game.
Wow.
Ah, what a shot. Great. Okay, 4th time's the charm. Yes, you go
40,
on.
30.
Yeah, it was a great get off the nick. Yeah, they're narrating the point for us. So a lot of good things happened in that point, but that was a finally well-executed winning shot there by Sakura.
It was. But stop being so friendly, Cran and Herschel. This is not the time. This is a huge moment.
Good blitz.
Great move.
40 all.
Definitely one of Herschel's staple shots. Been very effective for her today.
There's the switch to get Sakura on the left.
Wow, great volleys.
Volleys.
Add in.
That's the problem for the forehand side player. If you come over and drive that backhand and the deuce volleyer can hit it behind you like that, it's trouble.
Yeah, especially when she didn't seem to really hit it hard, you know.
Yeah.
She sort of guided it there, and they made her pay for it.
Oof. Well, there's a return to make up for it.
There we go. Now we're talking, Herschel.
Yeah. Get a little pumped up with
Get a
that.
little pumped up, yeah.
Add out.
Good down the line return to counter the eye.
I like Sakura and Morgan just taking a little moment there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Sakura Morgan, you want to get up for love here. You're happy to not let them back in this match because, you know, they showed in the first set they can play even with these guys or beat them.
Absolutely.
Don't give them a chance to get back in.
And I'm sure they know by now their next round is not going to be an easy one.
Right.
They're going to be playing Anika and Andrakova, and they're going to have to be firing in out of all cylinders to win that one. So they want to get off the court as quick as possible.
They beat them twice last year, Morgan, Sakura, so that's not a bad matchup for them, but they have to get there.
Absolutely.
That spin overhead into the deuce has been a winner for Sakura.
Yeah, she does it well. She cuts it nicely. It has some good movement off the screen. I like that shot of hers. There it is. Love to blitz. They're hanging around. This can be a big game. 2-1 is very different to 3-love.
Yeah, especially when you lost the previous 8 games.
Yep.
Out.
Here we go. You win one big point, all of a sudden there's a little bit of pressure.
Deuce.
That was trouble when Cran drove that ball because Morgan was just looking for it and all over the net.
Yeah, and Herschel just taking that gamble of hanging up there. Especially if Cran hasn't been driving it that cleanly the last couple. Oh, she'll want that one back.
Yeah, I was trying to come in behind a little dink there.
She knows that was a tough miss. Oh. There you go. Sakura knows it's important to get out of this game. Great shot.
Game. Morgan, Sakura, they lead 3-0, third set.
Sakura. I don't know. You know, is a 25% success rate a good thing on that shot? I don't know, but when you make it, it's really awesome.
Exactly. It's so addictive to try that it gets you trying it all the time. That was a very important game for Morgan and Sakura to get out of. If Cran and Herschel had won that one, all of a sudden the pressure's on even more.
Yeah, and it gives them hope. Now you're Cran and Herschel, and you're like, you know, we've played a good match and we won the first set, but somehow we're down 6-love, 3-love, and that's pretty deflating.
It is. And just a reminder for the viewers at home, we will be interviewing the winners of this match right after that, or right after this. Oh.
I got it. I got it. You.
Love 15.
Great
Sakura's
moving.
Sakura's feeling good. She's going for it. She's loose.
This is not where you want her to be if you're the opponent.
No,
Want
it's a
her to feel no
scary place.
pressure. Yep,
Yeah.
she can do it all.
Love 30.
I got it. I got it. Yep. And again, there's your turn.
Love 40.
Yeah.
Game. Morgan and Sakura, they lead 4 games to love.
Lauren, what is that phrase that Mark Fischel always says?
Well, he always says what Jerry always says, which is the water's going down the drain quickly.
It does seem that way.
It's just amazing, right? I mean, Morgan Sakura must feel very relieved. They were in a
Love
pickle,
15.
and it's just gone all their way. I mean, they had to play well, and it's a reason that the last 2 sets have gone all their way. But they really, it's a remarkable turnaround.
Correct. And to their credit, they sharpened up. You know, they got 1 or 2 breaks, and they've played a solid match since that first set.
Oh, Allison, I was there.
And they could have been down 2-love in the second set. I mean, that was really
30.
the changing point in this match. Those first 2 games of the second set. Since
And that-
then, it's been all Morgan Sakura.
Absolutely, and it just shows you how important those small things are, especially in the beginning of sets.
Whoops.
Love 40.
We have a score update from our quarterfinals between Delmonico and Gabia and Alexandre and Hall. Delmonico and Gabia lead 5 games to love.
15-40. Thirty, 40.
Nice early call there by Morgan, letting Sakura know that Herschel was blitzing.
40 all.
They bring it back from love 40. It's been the story of the last 2 sets for Cran and Herschel. Plenty of opportunities, but just couldn't close out.
Yeah, they've had plenty of game points. I mean, it's not like this is a steamroll 6-0, 6-0. I mean, they've had their chances.
No, it really isn't. And it's
in.
executing at the right times, being disciplined at the right times, and having a little intensity at the right times. That's for sure. For sure the takeaway for them.
Game, Morgan and Sakura, they lead 5 games to love.
And this can be a common thing as well, Lauren. I find it with myself a lot when you're playing a team that is better than you, and you do get a good start. If you say you win the first set, often you can be happy with that. You can you know, like, oh great, you know, we played a good match. We took a set off this team that is a great team like Sakura and Morgan are. But it's important to just for yourself to know that you sort of have to keep next time you can't be just okay with winning a set. You know, you have to keep raising that bar. Sometimes it's easy to be complacent and just happy with performing well instead of the win or the loss.
Yeah, and even if you just relax a little at the beginning of that second set, that's enough for a good team to take charge, and then you can't get it back. So you really have to, like you said, you can't feel good about winning that first set. You have to hold on to that intensity, and they were unable to do that.
Yep. That's when I drift off a lot, the moment I go up.
Yeah, I think for a lot of players, it's easier to play from behind than ahead.
15
I already thinking about Nindi Pike taking my photo and posting it. It's the storylines are all there. That's the game. You got to learn your mental traits.
15 all.
But I hope that you know, Cran and Hertz will take away from this. They played a good match against the #1 team earlier this year, Hanish and Zabori. They were certainly in this match. I mean, they can win one of these.
Oh, 100%. They definitely should
30.
take that away. There's a few adjustments that they need to make, but they are a solid team. And they're one of the teams you do not want to see early on in a tournament.
15,
because as
40.
you saw, they're only going to get better, and early on they look sharp.
Now it's match point.
Yeah,
30-40.
Not over yet.
There you go, Herschel trying to get fired up.
I knew it. You know when you just
There's the
Game.
mental side.
Morgan and Sakura, they win the 3rd set, 6-love, in the match.
And there it is. Morgan and Sakura come back from losing the first set to win the next 2, 6-love, 6-love, Lauren.
Yeah, and even though with the lopsided scoreline, it was a fun match to watch. I mean, there was lots of athleticism, lots of good shots, and the better team won, but the other team really gave them a good run for their money.
Absolutely. I hope they get a bit of confidence out of that, because they are a tough team, and I think they can do some good things in the future. All right, we're going to have a little read. We're going to read some of our local sponsors, but remember, we will be interviewing Charlotte Sikora and Alison Morgan, the winners of this match, before they go off into their next quarterfinal. So stick with us. A big thank you to some of the local sponsors for the Western New England tournament. We have Good Root. Good Root is a community of companies committed to reinventing healthcare one system at a time. Their mission is to reshape how our current system operates and make healthcare more affordable and accessible for all. For more information, visit goodrootinc.com. Another big thank you to McKenna and Caban Family Orthodontics. They provide quality orthodontic care and Invisalign treatment to patients in Longmeadow, Feeding Hills, Chicopee, Belchertown, and Springfield, Massachusetts. Call today to schedule your appointment. Everest Vodka, made from the purest Himalayan mountain spring water, untouched, unprocessed, pure. Made with only the finest grains, all natural, gluten-free rice. Try Everest Vodka today. Oh, getting me excited, and it's early on. And then we have Collins Electric, Western Massachusetts' premier electrical contracting and design firm, established in 1906 and is in its fourth generation of ownership. Collins Electric Company Inc. is a trusted electrical contracting and design firm serving commercial, industrial, and institutional facilities across Western Massachusetts. And most importantly, Collins provides the lift that gets the photographers above the wires for clear, unfettered action pictures. Thanks, Larry. Those pictures have been looking great today, so shout out to ProFlight Paddle as well, and big thank you to Collins Electric for those lifts. Are we ready for an interview, Lauren?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? You got your questions ready?
I do.
You're going with the opening question. I'm following your lead, yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to talk to Charlotte and Allison.
So you say in their next quarterfinal, they won the last two meetings between them and Anika and Andrakova?
It was last season. I mean, Sikora and Morgan had started playing together last season and scored quite a few upsets together. And I do believe they beat Anika and Andrakova twice in a row, 2 tournaments in a row, maybe the Midwesterns and Charities. I wouldn't swear to it, but definitely they beat them.
Awesome. We have some great quarterfinals that are on right now. I know Hanish and Zabori are playing Amy Shea and Jolene Sutter. We have this quarterfinal that we're talking about right now. Delmonico and Gabia are playing Alexandre and Hall, and Manley and Ruoff are playing Cooper Mollenfeld. There's stacked matches all over the draw, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, these 16-team draws, there's nowhere to hide. The matches are tough, and you got to come to play.
Absolutely. Did you generally like one or two easier matches before getting into the big ones? Yes, no hesitation.
Yeah. I think it's hard to come out and play your best. You're either getting out of the car or it's not easy. I mean, these guys did a great job of it today. And you have to now because all these tournaments, because of COVID, the draws are smaller and there's no playing your way into it.
Yes, but with these 9:30 start times, I think it does provide time where you can warm up properly. It's a little bit different to the 8 a.m. start time. So if these formats become more common going forward, I think players will just have to, adjust their routine accordingly and put on a proper warm up. Besides just sipping their coffee and getting into it.
Yeah. Yes, that's very true. And Morgan Sikora are the queens of the warm up. They're very fit and they take their warm up very seriously. They're stretching and their exercises. So, they were certain to come out ready as they always are.
I like it.
All right, we're still waiting for the players. Yeah, their next match will be, a little different against Anika and Andrakova, who are just firepower all over the place. So they're going to have to adjust how they play, Morgan and Sakura, but they're well suited to play Andrakova and Anika because they're very good at countering offense and they force Anika Andrakova into a lot of errors.
And they move so well. Like you were saying,
Yeah,
Morgan is just
that's
so quick and anticipates so well. So a lot of those bigger overheads or bigger shots from Inika and Andrakova might not be quite as effective. So I'm excited to see how that match plays out and chat a little bit with Charlotte and Allison.
Yeah, I mean, in today's game with these big powerful players, can't you can't play good defense unless you're quick. Because you have to be able to chase down those hard rollers and you have to be able to counter the spins and and that's the only way to do it. You can't be a good slow defensive player.
Yep. I think Cran did a great job actually in that match of blocking a lot of rollers. I don't think it's sustainable, but I get that question a lot from people of how to counter,
Yeah.
that heavy roller or that hard overhead. And I sort of always laughingly answer, you have to lob better, which is the truth, but you can also, if you're not able to reach it off the screens and you're really struggling with that, blocking it can be an option. Short term and
Yeah.
not sustainable, but an
Yeah.
option nonetheless.
Okay, I think the players are ready.
Ooh la la.
So Charlotte and Allison.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Congratulations, ladies. Awesome play.
Thank you. That was
That was some first set. What did you think? At the end of that first set, were you like, "Geez, what's going on here?" And then you really turned it around. So what did you do?
well. We know those two pretty well now. One, by the way, of the nicest teams on the tour. So it's always very enjoyable to play them. But there's nobody now that we're gonna play that's not gonna be challenging. So we always get on focus and trying to play our game, and then we just make adjustments. So we did that. We made adjustments.
Yeah.
We saw you guys switch in that third set, especially where you put Charlotte. You went over to the deuce side a little bit, and Allison, you played a bit in the ad side from the back. Is that something you two do often?
We're starting to do more and more just to give Charlotte a different look on the deuce side, and then I can blitz off her drives. So we're looking.
I think it was a great adjustment. We were talking about how good you guys are at making these little adjustments. Do you know who your next round is? Who your quarterfinal is?
We
Yeah, they're
do.
right next to us right now.
You're
Hi,
staring
Roxy,
them
Martina.
staring
We
them
are
down.
staring at them. We are
Stare
staring
them
at them.
down. I love it. Any thoughts before that match?
Yeah, we're just gonna slow it down so much. They're gonna have no look today. No look, guys. None.
Charlotte,
I
how
love it.
many cutter drop shots are we going to see in the
Oh
next
my
match?
gosh! Hopefully successful ones. I'm not gonna
Well,
stop, guys.
the fourth
I'm
time
not
was the
gonna-
charm.
Yes, it was. I'm like, I'm gonna do it until I make it.
Yes. When you
No.
made it, it was awesome.
Yes, I can tell you how awesome it felt when I
Yeah.
made it. Yes,
That
it
was the
was.
best
It
one.
was. Yes.
All right. Well, great job, ladies. That was a tough first round. So way to stay the course. You survived, and now you're onto an awesome quarterfinals. We're excited to see how this one goes.
Yeah, looking
Thank
forward
you.
to
Yeah,
it.
have a great match.
Thank you
very
so much.
Best of luck.
All right,
Okay,
bye-bye.
Now I think we are going to head over to a quarterfinal match that's in progress. I think we're going to see the second set of the Delmonico Gabia Alexandre Hall match.
Oh, awesome.
Jerry. Sorry, when I do the Viking read, do you want me to do?
Thirty, 40. Game, Alexandre and Hall. Delmonico lead 3 games to 2. They won the first set 6 games to 1.
Okay, so hi Lauren, this is Jerry Viant joining Lauren Mandel, and we're bringing you the quarterfinal match between Delmonico Gabia and Alexandra Hall, who had
15,
quite the upset
love.
match. And we are 6-1, 3-2 with Delmonico Gabia.
$30, love.
So Delmonico Gabia
30,
have been playing
15.
together for years, Jerry. They've had great success this year so far. They reached the finals of Darien and they won in Long Island. And Hall and Alexandre are a new team, and they're working really hard and they had a big win in the first round.
$30, all.
And Delmonico Gabia, as you know, had a big win in the last Grand Prix on Long Island. So I'm sure they're coming into this tournament with renewed confidence. Because we called that match, and that is the best I have seen those guys play in quite a while. Looked like a fitter Delmonico Gabia.
30, 40.
They turned the tables on Hana Shinzubori, who just absolutely destroyed them in the finals of Darien, and they took care of them. Beat them solidly. Long Island.
So, Lauren, you've played with Alexandra and Hall. Tell me about their game.
I have not. I've only played with Hall, who I've played with plenty, so I can't tell you anything about Alexandre, but I can tell you that Rupali Hall is a very hard worker, all-court player. She's worked a lot on her game. She's very fit, and she's got good power off both sides.
She's on the top right-hand side of our screen, and the reddish sleeves. Oh, look like a...
Yeah, and that's really what she
Game.
needs to cut down on. Is she'll
Delmonico,
sometimes
Gabia.
go for shots that aren't there.
They lead 4 games to 2.
Or make
One
bad
set to
shot
love.
selections. She has the shots. She just has to decide what to hit.
Yeah, well, that was the right shot. It just too much tennis. You know, she had Delmonico scrambling a bit. And this is Lauren Gabia serving. Oh, nice two-handed backhand off the deck there.
Yep.
Caught Gabia
Love,
off
15.
the net.
She's got a very good two-handed backhand. Hall.
So that really changes the look in the backcourt for the net team when you've got somebody who wants to hit that two-handed backhand that's playing the deuce side.
I feel like we see that so much in the game now. So many people have good backhands,
15
and that
all.
safe spot in the center is not exactly safe.
Oh, nice love. That's a view of Andrakova
15,
and
30.
Roxy Anika warming up. We'll switch over to that match. That's the other quarterfinal match that we'll be streaming once this match is done. I think we're going to try to get a quick interview with the winners of this match first and then switch over to the quarterfinal. There's that two-handed backhand, but Gabia closed the net that time
30
and was able to
all.
volley behind her.
We saw that in the last match. If you come over to hit that backhand cross court, inside out cross court there, you're leaving yourself open to having the ball be slid in behind you, and then it's trouble.
I tell you, Lauren, I enjoyed watching that last match. I have not seen Hirschen and play before, and very impressive.
Yeah,
with
they
their
have great
shots.
skills. Great skills.
Play out of the Boston area, so it's good to see a team coming out of that area. On the women's side, the guys have Johan Durant and Steve Mitchell and
40,
Chichikwe
30.
Mashonga. Great to see some strong women players coming out of the Boston area.
Deuce.
Smart shot, a little bit of a push forehand there into the opening. You just see those well-placed shots by Delmonico. I mean, she really can control the speed and the placement of where she hits her overheads.
Nice play by Alexandre. That was a
Add out.
So
winning.
Sorry, Lauren. I think.
No.
Did I hear you say before in the earlier match that she's plays out of New Jersey?
Yeah, I think she plays a lot with Carrie Delmonico.
Deuce.
So you can see it's a nice sunny day at the Longmeadow Club. They're up in Massachusetts. Beautiful area of the country. So it's going to be like 35, high 30s and sunny today. Maybe getting up to 41. So doesn't look like the sun is a factor right now.
Add out.
Rupali Hall is definitely dialed in on that backhand. I wouldn't hit it. I wouldn't play it there if I were Delmonico Gabia. Great move by Alexandre.
And you see Gabia and Delmonico in no rush to switch back. They're both comfortable playing both sides when they're out of position. Delmonico can play the ad side. Lauren, looks like they're done.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the court. Can you see the court? Hi, well, welcome back. You can see we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with the internet, and you can see warming up. Oh, there's our quarterfinalists, Carrie, Delmonico, and Lauren Gabia. Hi, guys. Congratulations. Can you hear me?
Carrie and Lauren.
On, guys. Can you hear
Guys,
us?
can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Yep. I can hear.
Wait,
Hey.
are we still in the quarterfinals or are we in the semis now?
I think you're through. I think you're through.
We're through?
We lost the last part of your
it.
match, so we have no
Yes, you gotta play
idea.
again.
But we're just assuming that you're through to the semifinals.
We snuck through. They're playing great. They played really well. It was a tough.
Yeah,
I mean, the score was 2-2, but they played amazingly well. Really focused. You know, but I think maybe we have a little bit more experience together that might have helped us a bit. What do you think, Lo?
Definitely. I mean, they volleyed really well. They did some different formations to try to change things up, but when
it
they
looked
started
like
driving, they were effective.
And it looked like in the second set, it was close in the middle there for a little while, and then you guys pulled away.
They started driving more. They were making more shots, more winners,
and then also the in the second set, I think it was a huge point. Both games were both deuce games, I believe, and we were able to come back and grab those games. But it could have gone either way that set, I think. But we were able to prevail on those really, really close games. So maybe that was a little bit of a difference.
So you guys have played together for a long time now, but you're having a really great season this season. What do you think?
Well, we switched sides.
We
to start
changed
the
it up a
season,
little.
and we just go in kind of carefree.
Yeah.
Like, we're out here, let's see what happens, and hope for the best.
I mean, it's a little bit more than that, but still,
Yes,
I
we
mean,
have some strategy too.
Actually, I think we talked about it before, but after the first tournament, we decided that we were going to switch it up against Macy and Marcella, and we've kind of stayed that way since. I think just different formations and
more
I don't know. I'm
coming.
able to control the tempo a little bit more from that side, and I like the pressure. So I don't know. It's helped a little bit, but Lauren's playing.
Well, you guys you've looked great. You've looked really, really good.
Thank you.
Tell us about the conditions up there. What's the temperature like?
It's actually gotten really nice.
Yeah,
it was
it's
cold
really
earlier,
nice.
but right now the sun is kind of poking through a little bit, but it's probably about 40.
But and it really didn't impact at all in terms of the sun. Being in our eyes or anything, it didn't really impact us.
Pretty good paddle weather.
Yeah, great paddle weather.
No wind.
All right, so what happens now? You got a little bit of a break. What's the plan now before you're getting ready for your next match?
So I wrote down some notes about the next match. So we're gonna look at those and then
converse and see,
hopefully we can
get some lunch.
We can eat some lunch, and then we'll kind of figure out our next plan in terms of how we're going to play them. And then, you know what? We're looking forward to having a really good, fun match. We're going to try and stay focused, and we're just going to kind of dial back to Long Island and the previous tournaments, and then we'll go from there.
That's a good plan. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you guys. 2:30, the women's semifinals will be on, so enjoy your break.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for having us. Have the best
Congrats,
day.
guys.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye,
yep.
guys.
All right, so they're on and rested, and these guys are about to start. We'll try to get an updated score now, so we're going to be showing you the match. You can see again, so Charlotte Sikora and Alison Morgan.
Against
are back out there. Oh, sorry. Roxy Anika. Yep. And Martina Andrakova. And we'll get an updated scoreboard. And we do have a scorer for this match, which is fabulous. Tell you, Lauren, these guys have done a wonderful job getting everybody ready. I mean, they have such a great committee of volunteers for this this event. They've got scorers for all the matches that we'll be doing, and huge shout out to Jeff Morneau and John Hughes, Mike Shields, Per Nilsson, along with Steve McKenna, Rob Durfee, Brian Graboff, Jen Wilson, Dave Applebaum. I mean, they have got a wonderful committee that has really grown this game. I mean, they've had this event, I think, for like the last 5 years as a men's NRT.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
this is the first time that it's been a Grand Prix. And just working with them and just getting ready for this event, you can see that they have a passion and a love for the game. And again, just the whole paddle community has come together in this area to pull this event off. So kudos to them. Looks like they're still trying to work on the internet to get us the stream back. So we'll play.
This will be.
Sorry, go ahead.
This will be a fun match. Morgan and Sakura and Anika and Andrakova. A lot of shot making, a lot of variety, and a lot of attack and counterattack. Really.
Yeah. I mean, Roxy Anika's got that heavy roller. She sometimes gets just a little impatient and, tries to go for too much at the wrong time. So if she can just calibrate that, pick the right time to use that shot. And she's got the complete cut, backhand drop shot. She can get that to cut and come back over the net. So they won't be able to hit any floaters.
And Sakura's got those same shots. I mean, it's the same thing on the other side. And it's just a matter of who can sort of corral their power better, I think.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. But I think, the players would prefer just to keep moving and keep going, even though it's a one-day event. The women are doing regular scoring. The guys are not. I think they're going with the no-ad second deuce. But the women are doing
30,
full scoring all the way through. Okay, just heard the umpire say 30-40.
Game. Games are 1-all.
Again, Lauren, we could be doing charades.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the ball here. There we go. There. All right, so we've got Alison Morgan on this end of the court. She's the deuce court player in the blue and white hat. And her partner, Charlotte Sakura. And Charlotte is from Pennsylvania. Allison is from Chicago. So these guys really only get to play together in tournaments. Down the far end, Roxy Anika, who's in the red on the right-hand side, and her partner, Martina Andrakova.
And they both live in Connecticut.
Yep, Martina is a national champion. She won with Gabby Nicolescu in 2016.
And Anika was a finalist with Liz Cruz.
And she's a three-time national
30-15.
Mixed doubles with Juan Araya.
Sorry, I misspoke. Anika was a finalist with Laura Barrett.
40-15.
All right, so we've got our stream back. Roxy Anika is serving. She's in the red. So it's 1-0, 40-15.
The sidearm serve.
40-30.
Yeah, she has been practicing that. A lot of the players start out with it. We'll see if she stays with it.
Deuce.
As I'm sure you've mentioned, it's not an easy shot.
It's deceptive because it looks like it would be easy to, but the idea of rolling it up and down so it stays low, it's not an easy shot to hit.
Add in. Advantage Anika. Game. Andrakova and Anika. They lead 2-1.
And that is David Fuller, who is our scorer. You see him outside there on the right. And again, we can't thank the scorers enough for volunteering their time. I mean, it really does make a difference, you know, during these COVID times with the restrictions, trying to have fewer people at the tournament. So, and the chairs, having the umpire up in the chairs. So we're just, every site is making the adjustments to keep everybody safe and following the local rules for each area and each club that we're in. So nice move by Anika.
Love 15.
I mean, Andrakova's going to hit a good low return almost every time. She's a very good partner to have if you want to blitz.
All. $15-30.
Sakura also has been hitting a lot of sidearm serves today with pretty good success.
Yeah, we saw them play last weekend. They lost in the semifinals of the Midwesterns to Caravaggio and Prop.
15-40.
Yeah, and after they lost the first set this morning, they really made some adjustments and played quite well. So I'm sure they'll carry that into this match.
That was a good match for them.
Mm-hmm.
Game.
I mean, they got to hit a lot of balls. I really had to concentrate
They lead 3-1.
mentally. I don't know if they played Hirsch and
Cran and
before. Yeah, I don't know. Have they played them before? That's the first time they were seeing them. So Martina Andrakova, she has that flat overhead. She likes to line up the neck.
I think maybe they'll switch and have Anika hit the overheads from the ad side, but so far, no.
I tell you, Morgan and Sakura are not giving too many balls to Anika to hit the overhead. Smart move.
Yeah, Anika's just got so much variety and spin on that overhead that if you don't have to contend with it, you'd rather not. See, she's even got the left court overhead.
So much better on the left side of the court.
30-15.
Definitely a slower pace of play here. There's a deliberateness about the placement of Morgan and Sakura's lobs. See Sakura come over and crack that big forehand right down at the feet of Andrakova. And there's the switch, setting up Anika's overhead. Martina Andrakova is just such a smooth player. Yeah, that's not the speed you want to give Morgan. off of the back screen. She generates
40,
a lot of
15.
her offense off of her screenplay. And she can hurt you off of the high balls off of the deck and off of the screen. She's tricky. You know, she holds the ball.
And disguises it. You can't tell really whether she's going to lob or drive or what she's going to do, which is what makes her effective. One of the things that makes her effective.
Oh, good eye.
Game Andrakova and Anika. They lead 4-1.
I tell you,
First set.
Anika and Andrakova look very comfortable and relaxed. They're not rushing or forcing it.
Yeah, it's nice to see because they're such good players, and if they could not force it and rush it, they'll really be a force to contend with here.
Right, this is their third Grand Prix. And at Darien, they were in the semis. They lost to Zabori and Harnish, who ended up winning the tournament. And Long Island, they're in the quarters, and they lost to Delmonico and Gabia in 3 sets. Delmonico and Gabia also won that tournament. So.
Right. I mean, look, they're such good players. They're not going to likely lose to people they're supposed to beat, but they haven't really had a big win this season, and they're certainly capable of doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're a contender for any tournament they enter. Roxy Anika, she's the director of racket sports at the Orienta Beach Club in New York, just down the road from you, Lauren.
Not even down the road, right next door to my club, Beach Point.
15 love.
Catching the nick there. And her partner, Martina Andrakova, is the rackets professional at the Greenwich Country Club in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Anika just pounding those forehands.
$30 love.
Got that ball to die in the back screen. That's what you want to do. You want to get that ball into the screen so it can't be attacked. And if you can hit that side screen and then get the ball to drop down into the back screen, you've hit a fabulous overhead. So try to keep the ball below waist level so your opponents can't use it off of the screen.
Love.
Just a little bit of the
40,
flinch, a little bit of the shoulder turn from Morgan on that first volley. That's just enough to get the ball to pop out. You want to be really square to the angle of the ball when you're receiving a bullet drive. Doesn't take much to pop that ball out long or wide if you're not balanced, if your feet aren't balanced underneath you. Well, you can see Anika is just pummeling anything that she can step in and strike with her forehand.
Game Morgan and Sakura. Anika and Andrakova lead 4-2.
Okay, Anika serving. Staying with that underarm serve, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's nice if you can make it consistently. It keeps the ball nice and low. Hard to attack it.
See the switch where they're putting Sakura on the left, take the overheads. They prepared well for that. They knew that ball, intentionally hit that ball harder off the screen, and they made sure they closed the net ready with their backhand volleys to counter it.
Love.
Just push that little wide.
Love.
See, heavy spin into that deuce side when Anika's on the left and she can get that short ball. She hits that roller with heavy spin into the deuce side, and you really have to step in and block it early, but it's not an easy shot to counter.
It's not. It skips off the court.
Sakura's just trying to make it happen, just went a little too wide. Just trying to get that feel on that sidearm or underarm serve. It's to get the ball deep, Lauren. That's the tricky part. You can get it in the box, okay, but you've still got to get that ball deep.
Game Anika and Andrakova, they lead 5-2.
Lauren, can you see it?
Love 15.
Okay. I can see it on YouTube.
Okay. I don't...
All. 30-15. All.
Okay, we're back.
30-40.
All right, we lost you there for a moment. Sorry, guys. So we're back
30
live.
all. Deuce.
Okay, we're back.
30-40.
All right, we lost you there for a moment. Sorry, guys. So we're back live.
all.
It's like set point.
Deuce.
Not anymore.
Okay, we're back.
30-40.
We lost you there for a moment. Sorry, guys. So we're back live.
It's like set point.
Deuce.
Not anymore.
Add out.
Okay, we're back.
30-40.
Lost you there for a moment. Sorry, guys. So we're back live.
Like set point. Not anymore.
Deuce. Add out. Add in. Game. Morgan and Sikora. Anika and Andrakova lead 5-3. Love.
Lauren, are you seeing the screen?
Love. Love. $40-15.
Okay, looks like it's set point again. A game later.
Game and first set to Anika and Andrakova. 6 games to 3. Hey.
All right, looks like we're back live, Lauren.
Yes, and sure, other companies make platform tennis balls. Viking make the #1 ball in the game. The player's clear choice, the Viking ball.
You need a
Extra
ball?
duty advanced flocking process promotes proven longer wear and provides the perfect texture for maximum ball spin and control. High-end proprietary rubber compound allows for the softest feel and most consistent bounce. The official ball of the National Championships, the official ball of the Grand Prix Series.
Well, I can hear the players taking a practice serve with a warmer. Here we go. We're back. We're sorry for the interruption. They're having a little bit of difficulty with the internet speed there. So it looks like Alison Morgan is starting to serve the second set. Anika and Andrakova won the first set 6-3. And like we were saying, Lauren, you know, Anika and Andrakova look really comfortable.
15
I
love.
like the speed of play. There's not a lot of unforced errors. I mean, sometimes Roxy Anika can go for too much too early. You know, she tries to get herself revved up. But so far this match, what we've seen, she's really dialed in and making smart shot selections from the right part of the court. And Martina Andrakova, she's just always such a calm, cool player. You never see her get excited. And again, like, look at these combination of lobs and then that backhand drive. They just look very much in control.
Yeah, and Martina Andrakova is always gonna be a good partner for Anika because she's solid, she's steady, she serves well, she's not flashy like Anika is, and you need someone to sort of hold down the fort so Anika can do her thing.
Yeah. And she understands where to place
30
the ball.
love.
So
Meanwhile, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Morgan and Sakura, now they've got to set up their strengths. I think they've got to speed up the play a little bit.
30-15.
They're both very good volleyers. As long as they hold their court position, they'll be able to handle the power off of the deck from both Andrakova and Anika. Listen to the
Like that.
sound of that drop. Right, right.
Yeah. No, it's true, and they might even want to sort of bait them into driving and close and trying to, you know, drop a volley or hit it behind them because they
30
can
all.
do that. They can close off the net really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan stays really low and quiet on her backhand volley. She's a very compact player, very efficient player.
$40-30.
It's exactly what you were talking about. She just uses the other team's pace, and she drops the ball right at the feet of Andrakova, making it a very hard volley that Andrakova can't handle.
Now you see that grip
Deuce.
change by Roxy Anika, and just takes his shoulder turn, takes that ball, goes cross court with a roller, and it catches that nick, becomes a tough backside screen.
Add out.
Yeah, it's a little wide.
Yep, and the score
Game,
is
Anika
there for
and Andrakova, they lead 1-0 second set.
to
They
keep
won the
score.
first set.
So players are totally responsible for calling their own lines. Looked a little wide from up here.
It did. It looked. We have a good vantage point, and it was wide.
Quick update, Harnish and Sabori are through to the semifinals with their win over Shea and Sutter, 3-2. So they await the winner of
15
this
love.
match.
There's a switch. Get Anika hitting the overheads on the left. Oh, I thought we were going to get a drop shot cutter backhand, but
Look at the hand and the close.
30 love.
Alison Morgan loves to close the net. She just popped that one too long.
yeah, it's hard to not get overexcited there.
Good call by Morgan. Yeah,
40
just a little
love.
too excited with that first volley. She's telling herself, just calm down. She just got excited. She saw the opportunity where she could get that volley behind. Switch in the backcourt, Lauren.
Game, Andrakova and
That was
Anika,
a
they
great-
lead.
Nice grab on the replay, guys. Thank you. See that counter volley by Sakura. Taking the speed of the drive and just sending it back straight and deep. Oh!
Love 15.
This is the best I've seen Roxy Anika play in a while. She's really seeing the court well. She's really making the right shot selections.
Yes, she's playing very within herself, wouldn't you say? Just
Yes.
not forcing shots that are. It's great for her to go for it when it's there, but she's not forcing shots that aren't there.
Yeah, she's seeing the court, she's seeing the plays, and she's able to execute. I mean, and she's
Yeah.
that takes
Love
a lot of
30.
touch. She's going over the high part of the net. I would, if I was Morgan and Sakura, I would not let her touch the ball for the next 10 minutes. I would do everything to see if you could get her to cool off a bit, because right now she's completely dialed in.
That return of serve we just saw is a very good barometer of how she's playing, because she loves to hit that inside-out forehand on the return. But like you said, it's a tough angle and over the high part of the net. And when she's not feeling good and not playing well, she misses it wide all the time. And that one, she just threaded the needle.
And also, I think she can sometimes be hard on herself. And right now, all we're seeing is just positive body language. So Sakura and Morgan are making the right shot selections right now. Oh. They got away with it, but seriously, I would take her,
15-30.
Roxy Anika, out of the play. And that's not easy to do because now you're playing out of the deuce side, which can cause a lot of positioning issues for two righties trying to attack that deuce side.
Sakura does like to hit a lot of her overheads, slide them back to the deuce side naturally anyway. But it's not like, you know, Andrakova's a pushover over there either, so it's not going to be so easy on many levels.
You see that combination. Nice. Oh, nice
40,
volley by
30.
Sakura there. Cross court. Deep in the screen. You see how smooth Andrakova is. It's always love how she just hits those combination of lobs, drives.
Deuce.
There was a game point for Morgan Sakura, which haven't been easy to come by.
Yeah, she's still staying with that underarm serve.
Add in. Deuce.
Right idea. I mean, you notice that the overhead's heading into the net. She just needed to go forward on that block shot. Back to deuce.
Add in.
All right. Chance to get on the board here, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean they got to get this game because it's getting away from them quickly.
Nice call, gave her a heads up. Well
Sakura,
placed
Morgan.
overhead. And
Anika and Andrakova lead 2-1 second set.
yeah, and you're right. I mean, you could feel the momentum was going quickly, and as again, going into the screenplay, pay attention to the height of the ball, where the player's ball goes into the screen. If it's above waist high, players can use it to build points and also attack. But if you can get your overheads below waist high on that side screen and get it to drop on the back screen, then you really keep your opponents off the back foot. Sakura did a good job off of a volley hitting that.
15 love.
And this again, that's, you know, Andrakova and Anika just being aware, have good court awareness there. And Andrakova closed the net and was able to volley quickly behind Sakura. Yep.
30 love.
Yeah. Keeping that ball low in the side screen, dying in the back screen.
Good idea to retreat.
Smart lob. Let's regroup and start over. Whoa! Off the
40
deck.
love.
And that's the switching of plays. You know, not really being aware that Andrekova's on that ad side, and she loves a short ball to her backhand. So that down up backhand she just jumped on.
40-15.
You can see Morgan Sakura looking to do something in the backcourt. I thought they were going to switch sides there for a minute. There we go. Just waiting for the right ball so they didn't get caught in transition.
40-30.
Look, Morgan and Sakura are smart, and they're thinking, and they're going to try all sorts of different things. They're going to, if they lose, they're going to go down, you know, fighting here, looking for any possible way to get back in this match.
Game.
Wow.
Andrakova and Anika,
Again,
they
That
lead
is not
3-1
the shot to
second
give
set.
her. Don't give her that shot.
But she's cross court where she's keeping it low in the screen, but Anika's hitting that overhead from the service line. Cross court. It's not an easy shot. And mentally, Lauren, she just looks
15
so
love.
confident right now.
Well, like you said, I mean, a good ploy would be to hit a lot of balls and freeze her out a little bit and see if she tries to do too much when she finally gets a ball.
Right, right. Test, really test her mentally. Can she hang in there if she's not seeing a bunch of balls? Right now, as soon as she strings a couple of touches together, she's seeing the court well. She's flowing
30
well.
love.
And she's executing. That was a nice, well-placed overhead by Sakura.
Wow.
40 love.
How's that for staying low?
That wasn't even a screenshot.
No.
That was a snowboard roller. I'd love to be able to see that on slow-mo. That's it. That's
Game Morgan and Sakura.
They can make that. I mean, it was a risk to take, but because Morgan is so set and
Games are
low
3-2.
with her backhand volley, and she straddled the line, so she was covering the high percentage part of the court, and she was fearless. I mean, she had a bullet coming straight at her, right? So she was really fearless up there. She was able to not only get the ball, but control exactly where she was going to place it.
But I like that play for Morgan Sakura. Let Andrakova and Anika hit it as hard as they can and just close, because they can volley those, and you see what happened. They got to hit the ball right behind them and won the point.
And they're dictating it. They're doing it on their terms.
Yeah.
So it's a set-up play. All right. Martina Andrakova serving 3-2. They won the first set 6-3.
Great shot by Morgan.
And she uses the speed of the down-up overhead to generate offense. Likes to
And she
take
took
that
it so
ball
early.
down. Yep. Yep, she takes time away. A very short, compact backswing, so she's just deflecting, using that pace and directing the ball down. Oh.
Mm.
All four players. Wonderful court positioning. Like just countering. Sakura's doing a much better job volleying that ball, that drive back up.
Oh, what a shame. I was just thinking that was Morgan Sakura. This is their moment to turn this match around. They look like they're onto something here.
Yep. Yep. They're countering. I was just going to say, Sakura is really doing a good job taking that drive from them and volleying the ball back straight and deep. Not trying to do too much with it, not speeding up with it. I mean, just good, solid shots.
Love.
That was smart, Anika. Instead of pounding that one, she just spun it really low. Morgan was looking for the hard one. Right on the line.
Look, they're just taking the right shots. They're lobbing deep, waiting for the right ball, waiting for a short ball to take off the deck. And Anika and Andrakova are not giving them anything to work with.
Ooh, little confusion there.
Yeah, Morgan could have snuck
love.
in there on a blitz. She got Andrakova to take a backhand overhead and pop it up.
$30-15.
That high forehand she likes to take down.
40-15.
Oh, that's the first one I think
40-30.
that's no miss. It's hard to hit those rollers when you're that deep in the court and your weight's not going forward.
She's done a good job of it, though.
Oh, she's got one of the best rollers in the game. I'm just saying for people that are going to see this and want to go out there and practice it, you want to start by moving forward on the short balls with the rollers. Nice counter overhead by Andrakova. Deep in the court.
Game. Anika and Andrakova, they lead
didn't
4
read
games
the
to
break
2.
on that overhead that was
Second
going to
set.
pop out. So you see the different spins, the different speeds, the different placements of the overhead, all trying to make their opponents feel uncomfortable, not let them get a rhythm.
Love.
So the winner of this match will play Hanish and Sabori, the #1 seeds. And the winner of the other quarterfinal match that's going on, Manly Ruoff, Cooper Mollenville, will be playing Delmonico Gabia.
30 love.
We'll be bringing you those semi-final matches. It's scheduled for 2:30. Oh, good grab.
What hands, right?
40
Yeah,
love.
good grab by Sakura, and then nice touch. Drop shot, finish it off. Good solid game here, 40 love.
$40-15. $40-30.
She's got to take a moment here.
This is what we talked about, Jerry. Don't give the ball to the hot player, which is
Deuce.
Anika.
Yep, and then don't hit short to Andrakova.
And don't miss the volley, and then you're all set.
So
3
look,
missed serves in this
Head
game.
out.
Good for Allison Morgan just to take a second. Come on, you can do this. This is about managing the moment. And Anika just comes up with an unbelievable return to serve,
Game,
pushing
Anika.
it out.
I mean, boom, 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 boom. Suddenly,
Right.
they lost the game.
And Anika and Andrakova, you know, they didn't, like you said, they played within themselves for this match. They didn't go and take crazy swings and try to make things happen. They just stayed the course. Morgan Sakura, just shake that off, put it behind you, and stay focused on this game right here. They're still in this match.
Nice
Love
down the
15.
line return by Morgan. She surprised Andrakova. So that's why it's important to mix up your returns.
You can see Sakura's just, you know, jumping up and down, getting the energy back. You just got to forget what just happened in that last game and move forward.
$15 all. 30-15.
Well, Roxy Anika has stayed with that sidearm serve through the whole match.
I think she feels more confident with it than she does with her other serve, which is very good but can be streaky.
30-all.
Yeah, sometimes you see players start off with it, they hit it a couple of times, miss one, and then just go back to what they know. But she's been working hard at it, and she understands the value of it. It keeps the ball low
40,
on the
30.
receiver. And they have match point opportunities here for their spot into the semifinals.
There it is.
Game, set, and matched to Andrakova and Anika. 6-3, 6-2.
Nice to see Andrakova and Anika playing so well.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're
They're
always a threat in any tournament that they enter. And now they are through. And that'll be a good match between Harnish and Sabori. Lot of razzle-dazzle, a lot of shot making, great. All four accomplished tennis players and wonderful athletes, all teaching professionals. So we're going to see a lot of flash. Right now, I can see that we're prepping for it, but I just want to wrap up my thought. You know, with all four of them teaching and all four of them, you know, coming into the game, what, in the last 5 years, 6 years, Lauren?
Six
You're
or
starting
7, yeah.
to see the maturity. You're starting to see that they understand what they have to do and making that transition, you know, from a tennis player to a paddle player. They're understanding the strategy, they're understanding the tactics, setting up their strengths. You know, and Morgan and Sakura, you know, continue to be students of the game for themselves. I mean, they'll go back, they'll watch this replay, and they'll talk about it on the phone. You know, their disadvantage is they don't live near each other, so they don't get a chance to really drill and practice like the other players do. Anika and Andrakova live in the same area in Connecticut, so they are able to practice. I don't know how much they've been able to practice, because as in all of the paddle clubs all over the country, paddle is just booming, and the pros are just, they're teaching and running more programs, I mean, bigger than ever, because, you know, club members are able to play outside and still be able to enjoy the game. So we are going to interview the winners as they get set up. We want to thank one of our sponsors. We haven't had a chance to thank our national sponsors. We've got APTA national sponsors. We've got Viking and Fusion, Upswing Health, and My Paddle, and we've also got some local sponsors here: Good Root, McKenna and Cobain Family Orthodontics, Everest Vodka, and Collins Electric, and they make it possible to bring these events to you. The Grand Prix Tour, this is our 6th stop on the tour, on the Grand Prix Tour. Yep, we added 3 tournaments to the schedule. The answer, with COVID, so we've got 4 tournaments happening in the Midwest and 4 tournaments on the East Coast. And Lauren, one of the differences in this tournament, there is prize money.
Yes, that's exciting.
We haven't mentioned that. I think it's $1,000 for the winner, the winning team. I'll have to check that. 2,000 for $1,000 for each player, and the runners-up, it's 1,500 for each player. So we're just waiting for the players to get set up, and the headsets are going inside of the hut. We'll be able to talk to Anika about the roller and how she's feeling, Lauren.
Yes. Okay. Looks like they're ready for the interview.
We're just going to thank one of our national sponsors, Fusion. Fusion Sports is your source for high-end customer apparel. Fusion offers pro shop management, tournament favors, corporate branded gear, and youth sports. Fusion is the official apparel and favor supplier of the APTA.
Ready. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
How are you?
Doing great.
Congratulations. That was some match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys are looking, Lauren Mandel and I were calling the match, and you guys are
Hi.
looking very, very comfortable out there.
Yeah, you guys look good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how did you feel? First set, it was close. It was 6-3. But what do you think you did well in that first set to pull it out?
I mean, we just played patiently and we waited for our opportunities. And when they arrived, we took advantage of them and we went for it.
That's what it looked like to us. No rushing. You didn't rush at all.
Yeah, it's 2021, so some things had to change, you know.
Well, you know what, Roxy, you look very confident. I like the positive energy. You know, I know Martina's always supporting you and giving you the silent fist bump, but you were clearly showing that you were focused and in it.
Thank you. I was, for my partner.
Loved it.
Yeah, and so you've played those guys before, right?
Not together. I played them last year twice with Laura, but not this year.
Yeah.
We played them.
Right.
So when you play a team for the first time like that as a team, what's your preparation going into the match? What's your thought?
Well, we try to think about what is the weakest part to reset when we're in trouble, and where can we go and attack when we have an advantage and we have those short lobs. So that was kind of the strategy going into the match for us.
Yeah, well, definitely play it off.
Yeah, we try to play clean match, and if we can reduce our mistakes, we know we can be in every match. So that's our goal, to calm it down and play longer points.
Okay, so what's the game plan now? You've got a little bit of a break, and you're into the semifinals at 2:30, playing the #1 seeds, Harnish and Sabori. What's your thoughts on that match?
We're going to keep that for later, since Anna is right here next to us and she's trying to hear what we're saying. But it will be a fun match for sure, and we're looking forward to playing against them.
Yep.
Good try, Jerry.
Yeah. They paid Jerry to ask you that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I just want to make sure that you're prepared.
We are.
That's all.
Yeah.
Got a break. All right, Lauren, any questions from Martina?
No, Martina, you look solid as always.
Thank you, Lauren.
No, we enjoy. I thought there was a real purposefulness that you guys played with today. There was a very clear, lob. You were picking your spots. You were putting the ball down low at the right opportunity. So, congratulations on a well-played match, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the semifinals.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Well, those guys look good, Lauren.
They certainly did. It'll be like you said. It'll be fun to see the next. It'll be fun to see the next match. A lot of shot making, a lot of power, and a lot of athleticism.
Yeah, I have not got an update on the other quarterfinal match. Have you, with Manley and Ruoff playing Cooper Molenveld?
No.
So we're waiting for the result on that, and they will play Delmonico Gabia in the semi-final. And we're I think we're going to be able to go back and forth between courts. We have cameras on both courts, thanks to the ProFlux guys who have been up there since yesterday, setting up the cameras for us and allowing us to stream this match. So we are going to take a break. We may be able to interview some of the players as they come through, because we're not scheduled to stream the semifinals until 2:30, but we'll keep everybody updated. We'll keep the stream going, and we'll have the banner down below, so we'll let you know what's coming up. And we'll be back with the match at 2:30, if not before, with some other stuff to fill in.
From this website, we really want to make learning easy. We know that paddle can be a lot. When you're out there, you're thinking of hitting the ball, you're thinking of the screens, you're thinking of your technique. There's a lot of things going on. So we want to break things up into bite-sized pieces that make it easy for you to digest, easy for you to learn, and then easy for you to implement in your game. That is our goal.
I'm Johan Durant, and this is my paddle.